Oh man, look how disgusting my eye, my whole face is. Okay, since my last video, I got sick and I felt terrible, and it sucked because I had all this stuff to review, so now I'm behind. But enough of that. Well, more, I think drinking made me sick, and I'm drinking. So, on to the review. I'm gonna review The Terror. The Terror. Behold the Terror. Boris Karloff and Jack Nicholson, and Dick Miller is in this too. DVD value. This is for $1, and I think I'm pretty sure I got it at the Dollar Tree, 28 years ago. And I really like these. I wish more movies would just be like this for $1, or like just more horror movies like this. Okay, The Terror. It's from 1963 or 64. It says Lieutenant Duvalier Jack Nicholson is a 19th century French soldier who continually sees the image of a pretty woman before him. The lieutenant follows the woman to an eerie castle where he finds Baron von Lepp, Boris Karloff. Once inside the castle, Duvalier becomes trapped and is forced to deal with The Terror. Considered a classic horror film, this movie will send chills up your spine and keep you hiding your eyes until the very last moment. You probably have this on like a collection. I think I have this on like 2 other like horror movie collections, and it's worth having. Even if you just watch it once, it's actually a movie you could have it on the background. I'm listening. If you can hear that, that's oh god, eyes. This is some more Mannequin Seller. This is a split between Mannequin Seller and Kink Zoid. 1 track from each, I guess. That sounds pretty cool. Let's get that. Maybe that could be the screenshot. If I hold it up there long enough, I'll just do the review like this. I'll do it like this. Okay, so The Terror. It's Roger Corman. I forgot to write all that stuff down. I think Francis Ford Coppola directed some of it. Corman directed some of it. Somebody else really cool. Even they let Nicholson direct. The best thing about this movie, it is pretty atmospheric. It's weird. It's got it certainly has a vibe to it. The parts where you see the graveyards are so cool. Like they're all smoky and fake looking, the gnarled trees. And the chick that Nicholson sees, the cover doesn't do her justice. She's pretty hot. She has a nice rack. I mean, you never see her boobs, but I mean, you see a lot of cleavage. She's cute. I looked her up. Her and Nicholson were married and had a kid. Karloff is really good. Dick Miller, just the fact that Dick Miller and Jack Nicholson are in the same movie together and they have a fist fight, that's worth, it was $1 if you could. It's worth seeing just for that. What I would have liked about this movie though, like there's one part I guess Nicholson realizes that she's a ghost, and she says she's like something like she's contained by the dead, or she can't leave because of the dead. The dead are holding her back. That would be a cool sample, but I mean I knew it wasn't going to happen, but it would have been awesome if because when she said that they're in a graveyard and the zombies start coming out of the ground, and Dick Miller and Nicholson have to fight zombies together. Oh, that would be so awesome. I think that's a really good idea. But this is, I didn't even know Nicholson was old enough to be making movies in 1963. How old is this motherfucker? Dick Miller too. He's ancient. It was that freaked me out the most. Is the disc. Look at the disc. This is nice. That's Kinkzoid. How old is Nicholson to be making a movie like The Terror in 1963? Drink to that. Oh man. I watched it. I was actually yawning while I was watching it, but again, now I've been watching these movies that I have like this that I've never watched. I have a little TV hooked up to a VCR. I have a big screen TV too, but I have a little TV hooked up to my VCR and my DVD player. But I have it right by my bed, so I can just totally be absorbed. I put my headphones on. I pay attention. I did that with Devil Hunter. That didn't really help, but The Terror blew Devil Hunter away. It's better. It's better than Manos. It's a little better than Manos. Maybe Manos might be the guide for all the movies I'm gonna review. The framework of reviewing them, every movie actually. But these movies, I guess we'll go on a Manos scale. Maybe I'll start doing that. But on a scale of 1 to 5 testicles, Manos being 5 testicles. Oof. I'd give The Terror 5 testicles compared to Manos for sure. But yeah, it's a movie. It's also it made me think of Shockwaves because it's kind of hypnotic and dreamy. You could have it on in the background, like you go to sleep to it. Oh, it's so weird. That's creepy. Maybe I'll do that. But I'm really glad I watched it. People say Jack Nicholson is terrible in it. I didn't think he was that bad. Karloff is great. And yeah, again, just that you have Dick Miller, Boris Karloff, and Jack Nicholson. There's some, not gore, but there's some gooey parts. But yeah, if zombies would have come out of the ground and Nicholson had a musket and a sword and Dick Miller had an axe killing zombies, I want to see that movie. Remake The Terror with that.